here we are trying to redeem ourselves after our last loss. Still feeling like that one was maybe winnable, but regardless, moving on to a new run and hoping we can do better. And we get Hellhorned Awoken, though the Allied Awoken changes things up quite a bit, I think. A couple of expensive spells to start with Ritual Battle and Branding Rite. Branding Rite I've been kind of a fan of recently. Ritual Battle still working that one out. The Rage Tens is really good, but of course 3 costs a little bit much. And Sting, don't generally like it unless I'm paired with Stygian, where I can take advantage of incant triggers, but it's not a terrible card by any stretch. And of course Hellhorn Prince, Torches, and Root Seeds, so it's going to be hard to get Awoken tanks going without a way to heal them. And we have the Rages, the Rituals Battle rather, and the Root Seeds to potentially make any DPS stronger. Alright. Well, with no heals, Sap Tap looking a little less impressive. We'll grab the Consumed Crown and try to get some big buffs going. I certainly wouldn't mind, yeah, the tanky version of our Prince here. Again, we are going to have a tough time finding tanks without being able to heal for Awoken, and I found this version of the Prince particularly good with Awoken because you can sometimes find cards to give it spikes, and then you can get Slay triggers off of killing support units and really get out of control. So, gonna go with Wrathful here. And he even gets a little bit extra attack when slaying things, that's nice. Alright, stronger enemies for a unit draft. It's gonna be scary. The Hornbreak Prince isn't too tough to begin with, but I'm gonna do it. Just, I think the early trials are usually worth taking, even if it's gonna cost us a bit. Smaller floor shouldn't bother us too much. We don't have any units that are a single tile, so it doesn't matter. Just have to decide if we'd rather fight on the bottom, where maybe we had a chance to clear the boss out before the final wave makes it all the way to Pyre, or if we want to try to deploy a floor up and give ourselves more chances to like draw torches and apply buffs before having to deal with the units. And I think I am going to go up one floor with the champion. And I think the Ritual Battle's our best shot here. Don't get too much of it. We're eliminating the priest, so might as well just get a lot of extra attack. Maybe we can even score a kill that way. Again, it's slightly awkward, but we are going to be able to go ahead and torch it and play some stings to actually score a kill, which is huge. Definitely want to torch this guy as well. And we're already killing here thanks to the additional rage when we get hit, so no reason to sting that any further. Let's just do that. That. Off to a pretty excellent start, I would say. And here we can do a Branding Rite for some extra armor and additional rage. Seems good, and we'll just deploy a Steward for additional DPS. Looks like we're going to get through this trial pretty handily. As we pick up another Ritual of Battle. Yeah, you know, let's just get our Train Steward raging out, why not? Alright. Easy win, and we move on with a unit draft, so that's nice. Okay, we can pick up a third Ritual of Battle. We didn't pick up an Energy Relic or anything, so I don't think I want more of these, even though they were good in that fight. And then Hidden Passage versus Vent. Vent definitely has its moments. Hidden Passage, though, generally a card I'm a big fan of. Lets you stack a big floor, eliminates the need to have quite as many tanks. Obviously didn't work out great for us last time, but I do still think it's a good card. And here, I don't think we're too interested in any of this. I mean, it's nice that all these spells are free, don't get me wrong. I don't think it's Steel Enhancer, the effect's just not too powerful. I could see either of these. Divine Grasp could be nice for getting us some additional Slay triggers by pulling something weak to the front. And the Sting just as a way to draw us extra cards while costing 0 is definitely not so bad. Yeah, let's do it. With 3 Stings, Sting Relics start to become something I might be interested in as well. Alright, so again, Thorned Hollow, generally a big fan, but when you don't start with any restores in your deck, it's hard to get it going. So we'll probably just go for the Animus of Speed, Steelworker, not really something you're interested in. This is not my favorite unit, but you can make it decent. And go ahead and go to the Merchant of Steel here. Let's see what we find. Attack, Quicken, Rage. Okay, not terrible options. And we can pick up an Alpha Fiend or a Branded Warrior. Don't really see a ton of reason to go for the Branded Warrior. Alpha Fiend makes a lot more sense to me. Just a generally strong unit. We could try to give it quick and make multiple quick units. Could end up kind of interesting. Kind of a non-bow with our Revenge champion, but I think I could live with it. Let's see. These other things are like fine. Obviously, as always, Alpha Fiend wants multi-strike to be really out of control. This can obviously use multi-strike as well, just because it has 25 attack to begin with. But we can't afford to reroll and then to buy anything good, so that's not really an option here. So it's whether we want any of these, and I do think we want to improve our units at least somewhat. Let's see where we're going next. There's a Duplicate, Pyramanes. Probably end up heading this way. Yeah, let's try this. I don't know, that's good, but it can't be that bad. And then I'll just pick up 10 more attack here, maybe. I think that is better than Rage. Yeah, let's do it. Would like some health in that creature as well, so it can survive sweeps and stuff. But alright, 10 armor, not too worried. We have loads of creatures. Well, 2 really, but they do a lot of damage, and our champion should be hitting pretty hard as well. The sweep boss is a little bit scary, but there's not much we can do about that. So. Oh, we have a spike producer. That's something to think about. So our Animus of Speed is going to be no good here, basically. So do we think these 2 can beat everything? Probably not, but we're still at 40 health, so let's try it anyway. Don't know how relevant this is going to be when it's a sweep boss anyway. So I might just go ahead and set up on the bottom. It's not going to be eliminating with torches this run. So probably just go ahead and set up here. We're taking 6 damage. It's not great, but whatever. So anyway, we can get a kill. We're dealing 25, and this is going to get hit once. 2 rages of 27, 29. So there's no way we can get a kill, unfortunately. So we might look to ascend the spike unit, save us a little health. Oh, funny seeing this with spikes. Alright, so now the Animus can actually do something, which is nice. It's 3 health. Alright, I'm almost certainly torching this. The torch isn't doing anything else anyway, and the rest of our cards aren't like that incredible, so might as well get the extra gold there, and then just have to decide. Not killing this turn regardless. Brain Steward survives a hit though. I'll put these two on the top, I think. Our champion. Unfortunately, can't get a branding right, so we're in a little bit of trouble for this boss. We end up stacking armor, so it's really just the Alpha Fiend. Let's see. I can eliminate this and then kill the archer. That's pretty good. So let's do that. I guess at this point we'll just give some armor to the Fiend. See where that gets us. Gets us to 111. Not exactly what we want. And again, we can't eliminate the spiker here, which really sucks. You're at 40. So really can't do anything here to change the result, I don't think. Does the sting help here? No, this will kill that anyway. I'll fire this off, but I'm pretty sure it doesn't change anything. Just approach the boss, I guess. Spikes costing us a little bit there. This boss is getting to the pyre, unfortunately. Let's see. Everything gets one hit, right? So this will get a quick hit, and these guys are just going to get one hit. So I guess I'll give you a Ritual of Battle. That's fine. Almost gets us there, and this does get us there. Alright. It's only lost 4 health, not too bad. Okay, second hidden passage, Molting Imp Ritual of Battle. Imp's okay, again, it supplements our ability to do AoE, we don't have any at the moment. Second hidden passage is pretty interesting as well, lets us really get the floor stacking. And I still am not interested in more Rituals of Battle. Yeah, let's try this. Alright, and this is the AoE I'll pick up then. Restoration decent, but could use an AoE. Alright, looks like it's going to be Alpha Fiends all the way down yet again. Consumer of Crowns, don't have a way to play it. Of course, great unit if you can, but... Alright. The plan is to somehow stack a bunch of Alpha Fiends behind the Hornbreaker Prince and get to work. That said, am I looking for a duplicate? Don't think so. The Alpha Fiend we have isn't that exciting. Neither there's anything else really, so let's just go this way, pick up yet another unit, and a merchant of some kind. Demon Fiend or Horned Warrior. Demon Fiend, again, difficult to cast, so I guess we'll go for a Horned Warrior. These passages are going to have to do a lot of work, but I think we can afford to take one more DPS unit for now. I do like the Horned Warrior in general. I'm going to check out the cave first, I think. If it's a big duplicate event, I might regret it, but... Okay, Umbra Stygian or Melting Remnant. A rare draft pick. Can't think of anything immediately that's insane here. It's actually, what is the logbook? So we can look at all the cards. So what was it? Stygian, rare cards. Let's see if there's anything here that appeals a lot. I mean, Siren Song is generally a good card, so that's a good one. This could be decent. Okay. Umbra. There's 2 pages for Umbra. Okay, Shadow Siege, probably not. Not a ton here that appeals, I don't think. And then Melting Remnant. We could maybe pick up a Pact or something. That's okay. Don't think we have any Extinguish abilities. Yeah, so it looks like Stygian has the most hits out of these options. So let's try one of those. Okay, we can get... obviously not interested in this, no Frostbite here. So it's either discard our hand, draw 5. Doesn't sound too appealing either. Ancient Synergy just deals a bunch of damage. Do we want a spell that just deals a bunch of damage? It's not bad. Like, it's a reasonable way to spend some mana. Yeah, you know, I'll take it. Especially since we are at a magic shop, maybe we could make it cheaper at least. Go ahead and do that. And then 20 magic power and consume. Can probably go on a torch just fine. Off to Talos. We got some Ragers down here, so Hidden Passage, unfortunately, a little bit too early. Probably looking to set this up at the very top and then start pushing units up later, so just go ahead and play both of these. And no reason to ascend anyone. Well, could maybe ascend one of these. It makes him kind of come in less at times. That could be something. Yeah, sure. Means his rage will still be higher, but gets me a Slay Trigger. Unless Talos decides to show up and ruin the party, but what can you do? Alright, so we can play Fiend here. It gets to survive. Oh, I guess it wouldn't get me a trigger anyway, because the Animus killing it. Okay, okay. Well, let's just kill one of these archers. Okay, don't like seeing her here, but not much we can do. Do want to leave these guys alone so we can get the kill. I guess I can fit a Horned Warrior here, so why not? That eliminates this, which is nice. Then I will Forge there to reduce the incoming damage a bit. Play Sting, and let's play Steward down here. Alright, we do find our hidden passage. I think not too many waves left. Have to decide which one of these units to throw up. This one obviously has more attack. If we did this one, we could play the new Alpha Fiend in its place and then do nothing else for the turn. Is that reasonable? Versus maybe like throwing out a torch or something. Yeah, I don't think we're going to get to push another unit up, so I'm gonna go with, well, it's a tricky spot. Yeah, I think this is okay. We'll move this one and then have this one tank. I think I'm going to want energy from this boss with some of our units costing 2, and we just picked up that big spell as well. Alright, our champion dying obviously is a problem. Let's see, these two will kill the front units, and then we're just taking 10, which is exactly where we're at. So one torch fixes it. Unfortunately, it means we don't get to do anything to slow those guys down, but can't really help that. Toss these guys out there, why not? wave. This stuff's just dying to the quick, so no real reason to worry about it. Champion not stacking armor as quickly as I'd like. It's a bit of an issue, but can't do anything now, so certainly going to play Ancient Synergy. Just wondering if that's where we start, and I think it is. And then, so you hit for 7, we're at 13, so the heal actually helps. Although it does deny us a hit on the Fiend, but that's okay. And might as well sting ya. Even this force should do a little bit of damage. Yeah. Yeah, let's just give you a bunch of rage. Who cares? Don't imagine this will be a problem, and it isn't. Alright, not too bad. Transcendent, Cycle of Life, Unleash. Don't believe we have any summon effects at the moment, so Transcendent, not too exciting. Unleash is okay. Certainly wouldn't be a bad card. While these guys are kind of getting set up and waiting to go up, we could maybe heal them, but I think Cycle is going to be good here, playing that again on our Hornbreaker Prince for the spikes is actually quite strong, even though it's like the most expensive way to apply spikes and not the best one, but still, I think it's worth. Alright, and have to decide between yet another DPS unit versus a pretty bad tank. We currently have 4 DPS and 1 tank. Those are not great numbers. So having something that's even just temporary to kind of chill out in the front and absorb a few hits for our better units while they're waiting to get elevator up to the Prince is not horrible, but on the other hand, this is just really not the man for the job. We get another Awoken unit if we'd like. And there's a Merchant of Steel here, so that's good. I want to biff DPS though. It's kind of insane, but you know what? Let's do it. Let's go really nuts. And then definitely take energy here. And yeah, I'm gonna visit this side, then look for the Merchant of Steel here. Unless I wanted to do the Merchant of Steel right away, and then maybe look at the Merchant of Magic to do something with these hidden passages, give them holdover, for instance. Even permafreeze would be decent. But I don't have that much money yet, and I have to improve so many units, so I think we'll go this way first. Looking for something nice here. Rooted on the top floor. No. Don't think that's quite it. It's obviously not bad, but I think I'd rather just have the Pyre health. Here, these aren't what I need. Again, we have no healing for the Hollow, so it's not very good, and I really don't want this sweeper. Alright, and in this case, I'm definitely going to be looking to maximize armor on our champion rather than giving them multi-strike. We just need them to survive as long as possible, and then the units behind them can provide the DPS easily. Alright, absolutely can't do spikes, we have too many squishy units, so that's an easy pass. Okay, we get our hidden passage right away, and it looks like we can even play it here. Some decent effect. Yeah, so why don't we go Prince? I guess this order doesn't matter too much. That, and this torch. I guess we can do the math. So we're gonna go 35 plus 25 is what, 60? So these guys exactly kill this, and then he kills this, so the torch doesn't really matter. Alright, if I played these two, the Animus does survive for the turn, but I don't know if that's good enough. Certainly doing this. Oh, I guess we can't torch this to death, unfortunately, so that's just gonna have to get away, and we'll torch here. Let's see, next time I'm gonna start drawing our Alpha Fiends. I would like to play those, I think, rather than the Animus Evolve for the time being. So I might just deploy these guys at the top. They can try to play a little bit of cleanup. It's not like the Animus is doing too much at the moment anyway. Managing the score kill there is really nice. And yeah, we'll go ahead and play the Alpha Fiend, of course. We're doing 104 here, so would like to kill you. See, I think Glimmer makes sense. Go ahead and eliminate the healer. And then Sting to go ahead and get the kill here. And the Steward might as well eat a hit. Alright, not seeing our second hidden passage quite yet. Continue to get rid of these. Those guys can handle this fellow, I think. But I'll play my other torches here. Just eliminate that guy, and you can have some extra attack, sure. Okay, we find our hidden passage. Go ahead and deploy that. And as much as I'd like the extra health and spikes, I do think preserving fire health is good. This floor looks like it should handle things pretty well, especially with him getting a kill here. I just have to make sure I don't screw it up with the root seeds. They're attacking for 55. Yeah, so I can pretty safely do one of these. And, you know, you don't really do anything, just toss you down there. Alright, branding right, should be good. And just toss out some more root seeds. And hope this is enough. And it is. Unfortunate that we can take the trial there. The extra money would have been really nice going towards the next merchant, but that's okay. So we can take a tiresome climb as a poor man's hidden passage, and then sometimes you can use an enemies to good effect. I don't think Infinite Box is too interesting. And then Inferno sort of is interesting. Are we gonna have empty floors? Not really early on, I guess, is the problem. Once we get set up, we don't really need this effect. I'll take the climb. It can be used on our units in a pinch, and then it does alright against enemies as well. And here, not too interested in a big heal, really. We're trying to stack armor. Could be interested in some extra draw. Can be a little bit awkward too, though. I think this is just a skip. Now at least we get some extra money here, so 375 should put us in decent shape. Alright, we do get our option of Endless and something if we'd like. Think about that one. Battlestone certainly going on one of these low health units. Let's start with the Animus maybe. Spread the love, and then health. Can't be too picky, so I'll just put health on the Horned Warrior. And Endless, I don't think is something we're interested in. Okay, we do get multi-strike, that's good. Figure out if we'd rather have it on the Quick Fiend or on the non-Quick Fiend. The Quick Fiend probably makes a lot of sense. So go ahead and toss that on there. And health and spikes. Not exactly what we're looking for. I will put 25 health on the Animus, I guess. Again, just get it out of the range where it dies to sweepers. Alright, Steward's not looking too good. Probably just cut a couple of those. Maybe even spend money to cut one more. Let's see. I need a second Merchant of Steel next round. Could still use a couple more upgrades, so it's not insane. Versus Trinket and some free stuff is pretty good. Do want to hit this Merchant of Magic here as well. So I don't know which direction I'll go yet, but I'm going to keep my money. We could allow us to potentially buy a Trinket or get some extra upgrades. And the Stewards aren't so bad. We have some room to kind of toss them out there. 15 armor, and it's a Sycophants. It's going to be pretty heavy floors. I think I'm okay with it. Our units hit pretty hard, so armor's not a huge concern. Alright, so we're probably looking to set up at the top here. Do 2 Ascent cards, obviously, in our turn 1 hand, and that's not what you like to see, but it is what it is. At least we got our good Alpha Fiend. That should help a little bit. I guess I'll just eliminate a bunch of these guys. That seems fine. This one just died to the quick. Alright, let's see. So we have one other Alpha Fiend left, and this stuff. Yeah, I mean, I think I'd deploy these 2 units. Again, drawing our 2 Ascent cards here was really bad, but what can you do? I will apply some armor to the champion. And this thing isn't really doing a whole lot for me. Alright, how are you doing? You're losing 14 health. That's not great. Guess I'll set you up at the bottom. Give you a Steward friend. Let's see, you like having lots of attack. The triple strike. Let's go ahead and do that. Look to send that unit. Alright, how are you looking here? You're dying, I'm sure. Not sure I can do much about it. And the spike's actually less good than usual since we have all this armor on the smaller units. This probably isn't too worthwhile. So you'll kill, and we're just taking a giant hit from this guy. And we're not dealing a lot of damage to it either. It's going to be a scary turn for the Pyre for sure. Can I save you? You're only taking 8, so the Cycle of Life saves this guy. That's not so bad. Don't think I can do much about this. Well, actually, Sting here lets me at least get an extra hit on it. Okay, that's something. I guess we'll just Glimmer for the heal here. That obviously hurts, but hopefully we'll be okay from here. Really have been drawing the Ascends in awful order. Alright, so this is just going to kill both of them, and we managed to not stack much of anything. The boss might actually be a little tricky here, but not much I can do about that right now. Let's just make this unit as mean as possible. Look to ascend it. There's the stealth boss as well, that's problematic. Definitely send you. Okay, we're getting a little extra armor, that's good. Guess I'll just stack even more rage on it. We can have a sting. Yeah, this thing hitting for 15 and having 6 stacks of stealth is a real problem. We'll have to play the Alpha Fiend here just to help us survive a little bit. Eat away some stacks of stealth. Just deal some damage to it and hope that our top floor can survive long enough to deal some damage. It's not 100% clear to me though. Okay, we're killing. This one was close for sure. Our plan really not quite coming together here. We took 42 damage, but you know, our pyre was pretty healthy, so that part's not so bad. Alright, do we take another tiresome climb? Do we get a flame? I think we need this. It's really awkward, but again, it's not such a bad card. Unplayed in enemies. Adaptive Mutation, I've had that work really well with the Hornbreaker Prince Rage stuff, though I don't know how good it's going to be this run, but I'll probably still take it. We have these Rituals of Battle to kind of combo off with it as well. So let's give it a shot. So what's more likely to help us? A trinket shop that we have a pretty good selection in, or a Merchant of Steel? We won't get another Merchant of Steel then until the very end, where we get a duplicate with it, it's fine. So we have an Alpha Fiend that's completely unimproved, and Anos of Will that could definitely use something more, and this guy, oh, yeah, we need a lot, don't we? Alright, I think I have to go this way. I would like to visit this side though, but I think this will just end up being better. Keeps offering us Endless, which is really trash, unfortunately. Nice to see some extra attack on the Animus. And yeah, these just aren't gonna quite do it. So let's refresh and hope for something good. Quick again. I mean, I guess we're building a quick squad here. Give it the Horned Warrior, I think. And then ignore the rest of that. Okay, this is pretty good. Spell power, not really something we're interested in. So it's between 1 more versus 3 more, and it's probably just the extra 3. It means if it's anything except the bottom floor, we can kind of stack up more units there and not have to worry about playing quite as many ascends. So that's got to be good versus just 1 on each floor. Side cave event has helped out a bit. And so we just have to decide, we want to save slots on our last Alpha Fiend, just keep it unupgraded for now. Or put some really crappy upgrades on, and I think it's better off unupgraded. I still don't know where we're going to go in this final circle, but I'd rather have the option than throw like spikes on it. That just doesn't accomplish much. Alright, Spell Shield, not too much worry. The armor's a little bit annoying at times. Okay, of course it's the bottom floor, that makes sense. And it's the one that got shrunk as well, so we can't even... I mean, I guess we could play all 3 of these down here. Let's see, it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2. So I could just set up a bottom floor with these 3 units, and that might honestly be enough to win this fight. And just have our other stuff kind of play a bit of cleanup. These are like our hardest hitting units, so I don't hate it. Versus what we set up on top. We don't have anywhere to put this right now. Yeah, it's not good. But we can set up another floor with like the Horned Warrior or something playing the role of a temporary tank. We can afford everything right here. Okay. Just seats this. And hope that our champion can build up a little bit of armor here. Alright, so they're both dying and we're getting an armor. That's great news. The Horned Warrior, again, probably wants to go on the top. This thing not doing a whole lot for us. Oops. Sense between playing these two versus the Ritual. And the Ritual is looking better. I don't know what I would tiresome climb. I could climb the Sycophant and then he'd still be dazed by the time he gets to the top. So that's something. It saves us 6 fire health. I don't think ascending any of these guys makes a lot of sense. Are we getting this kill? That's just these two killing that. Okay. Yeah, you know, let's just do it. Let's save some fire health. Of course. Oh, is that still gonna get us the kill then? That might not, so let's just do that. Alright, we're gaining health again, although I am gonna deploy Cycle of Life if we're playing the crappy Alpha Fiend, and that should do even better for us, I think. There we go, that's the numbers we want to see. Sure, I'll continue stinging here, why not? No room to play this guy, no reason to play these other things. So, torch the boss. Alright, and here, Adaptive Mutation, yeah, it gives us quite a bit of health. I don't dislike it. We can even combine it with Branding Right, maybe? And again, I think I'll just skip out playing the units. Our bottom floor is doing well enough, so... Go Branding Right first, that gives us even more rage, and gives us more benefit out of the heal as well. And then we can do that, and be in really good shape. Looks like this finally gets to die. Let's see, our pirate does 30, so I might once again ascend this guy, although looks like we're gonna kill him regardless. I could do this in something else maybe. Though, don't want to mess with any of this. I really don't want to mess with this stuff. It's doing quite alright on its own. So sure, let's just ascend you. You'll die in the pyre. And I think that's it. Do 2 damage to the boss. Alright, still gaining health, still happy with that. I guess I'll play this Alpha Fiend. I don't think it'll matter much. But here we are. This floor is going to easily kill the boss. And there we go. So maybe the secret is to just have less stuff, I don't know. Maybe I'm trying too hard to set up a really insane floor when this is just good enough. But for now, it is what it is. Ooh, I like both of these a decent amount. The Ancient Alloy helps to get set up a bit. Can help save one of the units we're trying to maybe push up a floor. And of course, Last Stand could be really good later in the fight. But again, I think we're okay later in the fight, so I'd rather do something that helps us get set up early. So that's going to be the alloy. And have to decide between draw and energy, and heck, even capacity is an option. With this, we could go, we could have an 8 floor turn into a 9 floor. What does that do? So 2, 5, 7, 9. And then if it's an 8, it's not as good, but maybe that's good, I don't know. Versus just having an 8 lets us right now do... yeah, 8's not as good as 9 would be. Am I really gonna go capacity? Is that crazy? Maybe that's crazy, maybe it's not. Who knows? Who knows? Let's try it. Alright, this is a weird run. It's a weird run with no tanks. Alright. I am still interested in the Merchant of Magic, so we're gonna head this way. Get another cave event, could be something cool. Alright, now we get holdover. Though now I don't know how interested we are in holding these over. We should have lots of space to just play behind our champion, only have to throw a few units up there, so might be more interested in something like Branding Right or Agent Synergy or something as the holdover card. Think about that. The Magic Power and Consume can go on a Torch pretty happily, and that has to combo something as well. Let's go here first, though. I'm fairly certain we're just going to pick up this. 25 armor per kill, and I'm going to check out the cave event before deciding on how to spend our money. Alright, what do we got? Blight cards deal damage, our units get stronger, or heal our pyre. Our units, we have a couple of multi-strikers, but it's not too insane, I don't think, to give them some extra attack. Again, attack really isn't our problem. So I think I'd rather these just didn't get in the way. We have this, well, we do have the sapping boss, so maybe this does something. Interesting. I could maybe see this. I don't remember if all the final versions of the boss or just one of them gives you that one. Basically a couple copies of this, which could then deal a bunch of damage. That would be kind of sweet, but how good is extra attack versus... No, I don't think I can take it. Our deck, we haven't picked up any extra draw. We can't afford to be drawing so many extra curses, I don't think. Alright, so let's start with the obvious. Let's have a Torch. And is there a holdover card I'm a fan of? I could do a one-cost tiresome climb with holdover. It can just sort of daze a bunch of units. You just push stuff into the pyre with a bunch of daze. It's pretty good, and then you can use it on your own units when you need to. It might be better than a regular hidden passage. Again, I can see Branding Right, though our champ is going to run out of health pretty quick. Cycle of Life probably a little too expensive, same with the Rituals of Battle, even if we make them cheaper. And Ancient Synergy at 2 isn't bad. I mean, this deals 150 damage. It's quite a lot. So I could see putting holdover on this one. But you know, I'll try this. It's a little bit of a weird play, but we're on a little bit of a weird run, so why not? And do I reroll? I think I will. Permafrost, not too much of a miss. Yeah, let's see, at this point, I might be interested in adding this to Glimmer now. It's starting to be a little too weak to be of much use. And it's just better than Torch for what it does. So I would have preferred to just put 10 straight power on it, but that's not an option. So we'll give it Consume, it's okay. And reduce the cost on Cycle of Life, I think. Get some removes. Probably just get these last stewards out of here. Though, now we really have the room to just kind of dump them out there and not worry about it with all the extra space we made. So maybe they're fine, they can jump in the way of a hit or two, we can get rid of some of the basic torches. Yeah, that's probably the way to go. Let's see how that does for us. Spell Shield 2, we have what, 1 damage spell. It's a good one, but definitely willing to take this trial. Okay, once again got a bigger bottom floor, which kind of sucks, but with all the space we have, I'm not that worried. It's 3, 6, 8, 9 spaces. Is that right? 9, 3, 6, 9. Oh, so I actually screwed up the math on this. Is that accurate? Or is that what I wanted? Now I can't even remember what I wanted. No, 9 is correct. So we want the better Alpha Fiend and then our champion plus 2 more 2-tile units. Of which this can be one. This and the Horned Warrior are kind of the same unit, really, so one of them goes here along with the Animus and the Alpha Fiend. We're in pretty happy shape, I think, so. Let's go ahead and do that. So let's see, I could obviously apply a bunch of rage. This will only hit once at the moment. I could ascend this guy and then hit him with the Ancient Synergy, eliminate him. That's not honestly that bad. This one's going to be hard to stop at this point, so I could just deal 20 extra damage, but it's not really worth it. I think I'll go for this sort of wacky plan here. Gets less in the way of our draw, obviously. I don't like seeing that, but what can you do? Alright, we got the Animus, we got the bad Alpha Fiend. So definitely play the Animus back here somewhere. Our champion needs to start getting kills, unfortunately, but obviously playing Root Seeds just because we can't play the other 2 cards, and then have to decide between the Alpha Fiend and the Climb. Fiend's 10. I said for 13. Let's play it up here as a goalie, I guess. Won't do much, but it'll do something. Our champion's finally getting a kill, that's great. We want the Alpha Fiend, though this might screw up the kill, but can't really help it. I'm actually going to put this in front so that it guarantees that it gets more strikes. Okay, we're still healing, that's good. Would like to get rid of this mutilation, probably. Though I would also like to play maybe Branding Right or Cycle of Life would both be nice. But we could also get the Horned Warrior going. Let's see. Yeah, I guess I'll get rid of this, and then we're going to 95. Doesn't really help. Let's just put this on its own floor for now so we can get the attack right away. It's gonna hurt a bit. Would be nice to, yeah, draw this card. Okay, you're still doing fine, that's great. So I think this turn is just gonna look like this, and then if I send you with days 2, I mean, it's gotta be better than not doing it, so let's do it, and I guess I'll sting you, why not? Champion's still doing okay. I mean, I'm sort of prized into doing this every turn, and it's at least saving us some higher health. That's always not great. This guy unfortunately dying, can't really do much to stop it, so... At least he gets one more good hit in. I mean, the fact that we're drawing 2 self-mutilations every single turn isn't exactly helping. But we should survive this fight, even if we took a bit more damage than I would have liked. This guy's dying, good. So, never drew our adaptive mutation either, would have been pretty strong here. Okay, this would be what, our like third tiresome climb. Don't think that's what we want. The battering ram isn't bad. It certainly does something, but again, it only does something later in the fight when we don't really need the help as much. Yeah, I don't think this is quite the run for it. Okay, I don't mind an unleash. That'll help us get set up and maybe help us heal our champion at some point to be able to play more branding rights or whatever. So one of those is good. And now we have to finally make a decision for this last circle if we'd rather have a final Merchant of Steel improvement or just remove 2 cards. So the Merchant of Steel could make our other Alpha Fiend good. And then that's it, right? We filled every other slot. Versus the Merchant of Magic, what are we looking to improve? There's a few spells that could definitely benefit from being cheaper, for example. So there's something to that. And we get health and a remove here. I think this side's better. I don't really have a great duplicate target, I don't think. The adaptive mutation's interesting. But yeah, I think I'd rather go this way. And the health might matter as well. Yeah, let's see if we get any sweet trinkets to help us out. Okay, we can get extra upgrade slots and spells, although it costs us a lot. So, we have to check the shop and see whether this makes sense to do. I don't think we have to make consume cards, that's not too important, and we're usually spending our energy pretty efficiently every turn. We don't have like a big spell to save up for, so not the run for Unbroken Horn, though that can certainly be a good one sometimes. So we spent 260 here, we have about 200 left to try and improve our spells further. So we can get another holdover spell. So we could, for example, make this 1 cheaper and give it holdover. That's pretty good. We could, let's see, do something else to climb. I'm not sure what that would be. It's interesting. I don't think it's quite worth this much. I'd rather reroll and see if we can find a trinket that helps us in a more direct way. We do not. Well, this is just trash, unfortunately. So... alright. Guess we should have gone with the first thing. Oh well, what can you do? Do I want a second holdover spell? Not really. So I just keep throwing, well, I guess before I throw consume one more spells, let's go ahead and remove. And again, I think the stewards are mostly okay because our other floors are empty, so they can just chill out there and they're not hurting anybody. So I guess I'll remove a torch rather than doing a consume thing with it. I mean, I guess at this point I'll remove a Steward over one of the other spells. That's fine. Alright, so now we can do this on like a Sting. And then reduce cost on Cycle of Life again? Sure. The Rituals of Battle also a good target for that, but they're a little less important to get played, I think. Permafrost, good on the mutation. If you draw this early, it's pretty bad. It's definitely powerful later in the fight. And then some spell power. How much was... So the Hammer Chestplate is like okay, and so is the Mallet. They're both fine, but I think the Permafrost is maybe worth a little bit more to us. So I'm gonna do that and skip out on the Trinket there. And Magic Power. I'd rather reduce cost on... Well, no, I can reduce cost on something else. Sure, I'll give 10 Magic Power to Synergy. And then reduce cost on, like, that. Let's grab some more removes as well. Rest Steward. And then remove... Root Seeds isn't, like, insane by any stretch. These hidden passages have gotten a lot worse. We're kind of moving away from that a little bit, but that's largely because it keeps expanding the bottom floor for us, which is not what we want, so I think I'll keep them around. I'll just get rid of one Root Seeds. Like, it's an amazing card. And then reduce the cost on a Ritual of Battle. Alright. Wait. Oh man, I keep confusing these symbols. This is not the Seraph I thought we're fighting, so... That's potentially bad. But, you know, can't do much about it. Of course, it's going to expand the bottom floor. So, since we've picked up this Trinket, it's always done the bottom floor, and we have like 15 Ascent cards. That's cool. But you know what? We'll deal with it. We will deal with it. Short tiresome climbs. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you have to skip playing one card. It's probably going to be... Well, it's going to be one of these two. Alright, I don't need to kill this because the Animus Speed is already killing it. So in that case, I will do this, although it buffs the champion, or the... Oh, but we get to just play this on Seraph anytime it's in a spot we don't like, so that's kind of insane, actually. I will do it on this creature for now, but that's really, really good. And so here I'll just do the branding right, save the alloy for later. Alright, we got some Fiends here. This one's still unimproved. Alright. Have to decide what to do this on. I have a torch as well, so we're getting double damage from the first hit, so we can make that the light wing. So yeah, let's get the boss out of here. And if we can do that as much as possible, we can also stack some dazes for the actual boss phase, which will be nice. Get rid of you, and now we're in fine shape. And we even have enough to play our Fiend, though that's actually going to steal our kill, but that's fine. And yeah, I'm going to play this further up again. That means we can get hits. Now we have multiple stacks of melee weakness, which is kind of bad. Let's get you out of here again. Do we survive now? We do not, so we have to get another unit out of here as well. I do want to get hit and finally clear these stacks. So I kind of have to leave the big unit here, even though it's a little bit awkward, so... if we get this one out of here, we get hit for 30, 45, so we do survive at least. Alright. And then play this thing. Obviously 10 health, not where we want to be, and we keep getting hit by the weakness every single turn. Might just be dead now. Yeah, I can't stop any of this, and we certainly didn't draw anything that helps, so that's bad. Yeah, not remembering or not realizing which boss this was, I think, hurt us this time around. Preparing for this one is quite a lot different than preparing for the sap boss. And yeah, I think we're just completely dead. I mean, I'll try sapping or dazing the crap out of the boss and seeing if we can somehow hobble our way to a victory with these quick units, but I seriously doubt it. So our champion dies in the first hit, and you're taking exactly 25. Alright, so I'm giving you some extra health does something at least. Then... I don't know, does giving you extra attack do anything? Yeah, it's gonna be impossible to make this thing live, unfortunately. I guess I could reverse it, so it gets 48 health. Probably what I have to do. Let's see, get you out of here. That's step one. I mean, I have to play this, and then I still don't know that I survive, but maybe if I then, like, torch you or something, it sort of does something. Okay. I'm sure I'm going to tell you this is going horrifically. It's 2 more waves we have to somehow survive. Are there any units left in our deck? There are a couple other units left, but... man, okay. So are we even going to survive this guy? I believe that's a no. Yeah, he gets to attack 5 times. So we have to climb him in order to not die. We get to unleash here, which does something. Okay, that helps. And then we can ascend the double striker, maybe, which is her regular hidden passage. That makes us survive. Then we do this. Does this thing help at all? 47 times 2. It's 100 minus 6, but then plus 2. 95. 127. So we're not even close to killing this. So we're just gonna sting you. It's not like we're surviving any hits from the boss anyway, so I might as well stack up what attack I can. Okay, this Glimmer might do some good work here and eliminate a bunch of the backline units. Make us once again survive. It'd be nice to draw other units before the boss shows up. I don't think it'll help, but... okay. I mean, at this point the boss is coming, so I may as well just preserve as much health as I can by getting rid of that guy. And then giving you some extra attack. We're doing 600 damage. I don't think that's gonna do it. Let's see. Oh, and we can't do this on the boss now because it would move him from the floor, which is obviously bad. So, I mean, I'll put you in the front to absorb 1 whole hit. It's not gonna matter a whole lot, I don't think. Then I guess just ascend these 2 and see what happens. Yeah, not even close. Man. Kind of a weird run, and just completely missed what boss we're on. So, well. A little bit unfortunate. all those tiresome climbs. Could have actually done something against this boss like we saw. Did a little bit there, but we just needed, obviously, our tank to survive so we could actually get a little bit more damage done in that final phase. Well, sometimes you get confused and lose the run as a result. But some interesting stuff happening there. Don't know if we played it quite right, but nevertheless, it was fun, and thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.